Oh, you cancel again. How could he do it like this?
Hey, what's up?
It's too better now.
What happened?
He canceled me again. We were supposed to go out a date, but canceled again. It's terrible.
That guy.
You know.
Why don't we go out on a date together?
Yeah, we can go together as friends. Yes.
Alright, guys, so let's talk about how to not get into this situation ever.
Alright, guys. Today we are talking about how to get out of the friend zone.
So, before we even talk about the tricks and techniques that you need to learn to get out of the friend zone, I would like to ask you, Natasha. I'm sure you must have been in a lot of situations where guys must be hitting on you, and you must have put them in the friend zone. So, why don't you share your experience, maybe story, the viewers, so they can learn something from it, learn what not to do.
I think I can share one thing in my experience. I was a kid. Many boys try to hitting on me. Mostly boys who loves the girl. They try to making teasing and bad even though I was a kid. They try to seduce me like, hey, you look so ugly today, but they try to just close to me and like.
Alright, so I understand. So basically, that gave you a good idea about whether the guy is interested in you or not. And that is actually a pretty good point that you bring across, because I wanted to tell the viewers about that banter and teasing is a good way of telling the girl that you sort of are interested in her. Or maybe, getting her to getting the question in her mind that, is this guy actually interested in me?
Possible.
It's possible.
If he does too much to make her playing with her and teasing her, then it's not good because she will get angry if possible. She will get misunderstand like, why this guy too much do like bad things to me?
That's another good point that she brings, which is do teasing and banter, but not too much. Because if you do it too much, then the girl can. Alright, man. I know you've been watching this. I know you've been working hard at your dating life. I know you want good results with women as well as your social life. And for that reason, we have launched the Dark Arts of Dating. Now, this is going to be a subscription program, and it's going to be cheaper than a cheese burst pizza. You think that why is he changed all of a sudden? That's what you want to say, right? Why did he change all of a sudden? Before he was not too touchy, before he was not too physical and teasing, but all of a sudden he's teasing me. He's too physical. So I would also say to stack it up. Instead of doing too much at once, try baby stepping it. Try taking small steps to build that physical attraction, to tease her a little bit. Maybe don't go overboard with this initially, and gauge her reactions. How is she reacting to you? Whether she is reacting to you in a positive manner, or is she completely annoyed and completely irritated by that? If she's completely annoyed, stop it right there, because you don't want to go that route. But if she's, if she's your friend, I'm thinking that she would not be completely annoyed. She would not be completely irritated, because there is some sort of comfort that you have with her already. Which brings me to my next point. Make her wonder whether you like her or not. And definitely teasing and banter is a good way of making her wonder whether you like her or not. And there are other subtle ways that you can use. What do you think? Has any other guy, maybe flirted with you, or maybe any other friend that you had in your life try to tell you that he likes you, and how did he do that?
Yeah, I have experience, and the guy who liked me, what he did, we were friends, but in sudden he prepared the event for me to propose.
An event.
Yeah, inside the class.
Okay.
He made all these like flower loads and like candles.
A guy might think that's so nice.
No, it wasn't, because he didn't give me any clue. He likes me.
Alright.
So I didn't notice that. Well, I was feeling embarrassing because he was just my friend, just close friend, and I never think about we will be the like that kind of
like that.
like that kind of things.
Alright.
But he did, and oh my god, I was so embarrassing with the other people surrounding.
So there was a lot of social pressure on you at that moment. And what did you do?
It was awful, and I just said I couldn't give him the embarrassing. If I denied him that time, there were a lot of our friends, then they will love him, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't say in front of I couldn't be your girlfriend. So I just say yes, and after that I told him private way. Sorry, I couldn't.
Damn, that's so
And
sad.
That's so sad, right?
It's like KLPD. That's extremely sad. Anyway, definitely that's something that you shouldn't do. Maybe, just don't focus on making a move, right? Just don't focus on doing a grand gesture. Maybe you're thinking, okay, maybe I'll, set some flowers, set an event, create an event to tell my best friend and I like her. And this is a lot of Indian guys, right? This
What
is
the fuck?
a lot
Don't do
of-
that.
A lot of Indian guys do this actually. They will, what am I saying? I've been guilty of doing this as well, setting a grand gesture and realizing at the end point that it's extremely fucked up. Because understand, even when you're learning pickup, what is the objective of opening a girl, of hooking a girl, or talking to a girl? Is to remove the social pressure from the girl, right? That is one of the objectives. If you can open the girl without the social pressure, that approach is going to be successful. Similarly, if you're putting a lot of social pressure on the girl, like you're telling her, hey, I like you, and you're telling her in front of like 40 people, you're not sure whether she likes you or not, then it's a game that you might lose. All right. So you have to test the compliance. You have to tease her, banter her. You have to see her reactions. You have to gauge the reactions, and that is called calibration. You have to gauge the reactions. Okay, this girl is maybe a little bit interested in me. And to do this, you can read her body language, and we talk about this in the dark arts of dating in detail. But for now, gauge her reactions, see her reactions, whether she's interested in you or not. And if you don't think she is, then focus on the first step. Focus on building that comfort, that teasing vibe, that banter, and then proceed to the second step once you think that she's giving you good reactions. But don't try to make a grand gesture. Don't just be like, okay, today I'm going to share all everything I've felt for her inside my heart. Today I'm going to share everything. Today I'm going to do a grand gesture. Today I'm going to ask her out. I'm going to propose to her, because you might not know. That might increase a lot of social pressure on the girl, and even if she's interested, she might have to reject you. That's what happened in your case.
Yeah, that's right. It was offered.
So yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't repeat the same mistake. The next thing I want to talk about is show her some social proof, but be very subtle when you do that. All right, show her, display higher value, but be very subtle when you do that. And what do I mean by subtle? Don't be over the face. And show social proof is basically, it's like a popularity contest. It's like how many people know you. All right, it's about how many people you know. And with the social proof, it's basically you become like a brand. All right, once you become a brand, building that trust and building that comfort with the girl is much easier, whether it's a random girl in the club or whether it's your best friend. So show some social proof, and in order to do that, you need to build some social proof, and you need to build social capital in your own group. If you have a social group, you need to build your social capital in your own group. And guys, one advice, if your social value is really low in your group, it's much easier to join a new social group, build your value over there, rather than trying to create your social value in the particular group where your social value is already low. So all of this will help you, will help the girl see you in a more positive light. And the girl will see the guy and she will say that, okay, this guy has, something other than me going on in his life. He has his life going on. He has a different set of friends who respect him, and she sees the guy in a positive light. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. No, yeah, that's right, of course.
It's important, right, to have a life, because if you don't have all of this, then what will happen is you're investing all the time, talking to the girl, putting a lot of effort in, just chasing the girl all the time. You have to understand, at the end of the day, you are her friend right now. You're not a guy she's dating, you're not a guy she's sexually interested in. Maybe even if she is a little bit, she's not telling it to you right away, and you cannot have that authority in her life that you're talking to her all the fucking time. So do not do that mistake. What do you think? Has it ever happened to you where a guy is so invested in you that he's talking to you all the fucking time? And how does that make you feel?
I thought it was just wasting my time to him. I just wanted to stop talking.
You wanted to stop talking to him completely, not even as friends.
Not friends, okay, but not too close. I don't want to be close with him.
Alright. So another thing is, don't talk to her too much. Like, don't over-invest. There's a very thin line in over-investing. Be a little busy in your life as well. Have different goals, different objectives that you're pursuing. Because if you invest a lot of time in her, then it will be like how it was with you. You would want to cut off. You would want to cut off with that person, because the girl would think that you're wasting her time. You're wasting her time. She would want to remain friends with you. Even the communication will decrease a little bit, because the girl is not really interested in talking to you for so long. Make sure that you're not over-investing when you're talking to that particular girl. Now, once you're showing her the social proof, you have some social capital in your group, and if you don't have it right now, don't worry, you should check out the channel's videos, and I'm sure you'll get there. But if you don't have it right now, try to build on it. And once you have that figured out, then what you need to do is you need to flirt with your friends. As fucked up as this advice might sound, but this is actually very important when it comes to getting out of the friend zone. Why do you think so?
I think that's the pretty good point. And once he tried to flirt her friends, she gets jealous, right?
Alright.
Or angered a little bit, but not mad. Because maybe he was feeling something different with you. previously before you did that. Then you can catch she might like you or not.
All right, so that's actually a pretty good point. That once you are flirting with the friends, and I'm not, guys, be very careful. Only flirting, all right. If you try to hook up with the friends, that can mean that she stops respecting you, and that can mean she moves on with her life. So just flirt with the friends a little bit and see her whether she's jealous or not. If she's jealous, that's a good sign for you to understand that that there is some sort of interest. Now, I'm not saying that she's mad over you. I'm not saying that she's crazy, but all I'm saying is there's a little interest, and where there's a little interest, you can use game, increase the level of interest. So all you need to do is flirt with the friends a little bit and see her. All right, focus on her, not on a friend, that whether she's getting jealous, whether she's getting a bit angry, or what is happening with her. And if these things are happening with her, because these are subconscious emotions and we cannot really control them, right? So if you see the girl, going through a phase of jealousy, going through a phase of maybe a little bit anger, then it's a good sign for you to understand that, okay, the girl is actually interested in you. And that's when you can proceed to the next step, which is setting up a fake date.
Fake date.
Yeah. What do you think about a fake date?
Before you do that to her, you should make sure with her it's just pseudo date. You should not call it real date.
Yeah, so basically a fake date is, you're setting up a date, but you're not actually calling it a date. Basically, you're just calling her up, you're telling her, hey, listen, I need to talk to you about something. And if she's your friend, she will definitely come to talk to you, because obviously, there is that level of comfort and trust that she will come out to meet you. Just tell her, hey, listen, I need to talk to you about something. And maybe, call her, hey, I need some dating advice from you. Right? And you can call her outside, you can meet her, and that is the time when you escalate. Now, guys, you don't just do this step, all right? If you've skipped any steps of the video, you watch the whole video, because don't just follow this step directly, because then what's going to happen is the girl is going to reject. Set up the fake date, and once you've set up the fake date, the next step is basically to make a move.
Make a move.
And how do you think a person should make a move on a friend?
Before you do that, you should be careful. If you do too much like touching, just like that, you will get new shiny bracelets. You know what I mean?
They're going to the jail.
Yeah, you can go.
Alright.
Maybe she will get angry because you do too much.
Alright, so making a move doesn't mean that, pouncing on the girl. Making a move is basically you have to be smooth with that, alright? You have to test the compliance, and even though she has passed all the previous tests, it is very important for her to pass all the compliance testing during the date as well. What do I mean by compliance testing? Now, compliance testing basically means that she's complying to your requests, she's, agreeing to whatever you're requesting, and she's reacting in a positive manner to your touch, right? So don't just go pounce on the girl, like make a move, you need to jump on her and kiss her passionately. Don't do that. What you need to do is you need to flirt with her, you need to have that sexual vibe, right? Deep eye contact, talking slowly.
Yeah.
Wow, you look beautiful. I've never looked at you with, like this beautiful smile. I've never noticed that you look so beautiful.
I noticed, but
You notice?
Oh yeah.
Looking in the mirror?
Of course.
Every day?
I fall in love myself every day.
I think that's happening with me too. Maybe you can say something like this, you can flirt something like this a little bit, and then you can start, escalating a little bit. Now, if I just escalate like this, she's going to be a little scared. So maybe you can just escalate, just a little touch, and you can just tell her, hey, listen, I just wanted to tell you that, I'm interested in you. I'm not really sure right now, but because I've known you for such a long time, you're a really good friend. And you can also play the reverse psychology game. You've been such a good friend. I don't want to mess it up, but I also sort of like you a little bit, right? You can talk about this. You can, play some little psychological game with her, I would say. Because if you're too direct, hey, I really like you, we've been friends for so long, but now I want to change our relationship, it's gonna look a lot more needy. It's gonna look that the guy really needs the girl, wants the girl. But if you're like, hey, listen, I like you, but I have this weird feeling that, I don't want to spoil our friendship. I really love you as a friend, but I've also started liking you, being with you, just spending time with you. And today I just want to talk to you about that. And what do you think? How will it go for these guys?
Definitely she will freak out if you didn't give her any clues you like her.
So it's important to follow all the steps of the process rather than just focusing on the last step. It's important to
It's
do
like
the banter.
step by step.
Do the banter. Increase your social value, social capital in your own group, right? Show her some social proof in a subtle way. Have a pseudo date, set up a pseudo date.
To date making your rapport with her.
Pseudo date will make your rapport with her, basically. Yeah, that's true. Have a pseudo date, and once you've had that pseudo date, that's the time to make a move. Now, a lot of guys will always fear making a move, especially if it's with a friend, because they have invested so much time with a friend that they don't want to be that physical with her, because they're scared that if she rejects him, their whole life is over. Right? That's what they feel. But at the end of the day, I think, guys, you have to realize if you don't make a move, alright? Someone else is gonna come and steal her away, and you're just gonna be there as a friend, trying to comfort her when he breaks her heart.
Oh god. Suffer.
It's awful. It's awful, but that happens in the world, right?
Yeah, many times I think.
Many times. So it's always better to either get out of the friend zone by completely attracting her or by being with her, or get out of the friend zone by just stop thinking about her. Stop thinking about her in a sexual and a romantic way. What do you think? What would you say to them?
So actually, appreciate to get out of friend zone. It's 10 times tough than making stranger as your girlfriend.
Definitely. So go out there, approach some girls, and if you need some tips on picking up girls, do check out the channel, do check out some other videos, and I hope to see you next time.
See you next time.